A federal judge, and this is from the great Thomas Stevenson. Go follow him, by the way, over at Post 1 because he does great work. Work with him on a daily basis. On Monday, federal judge appointed by Obama ruled that the Trump admin is forbidden. Oh, gosh. From deporting alleged MS-13 gang member Kilmar Abrego Garcia for now. This comes as he was detained. Your Judge Paula, oh, of course, Paula. U.S. District Judge Paula Shinnis.
Paula alone.
Blocked his deportation and said in court, the Trump admin legal team, your clients are absolutely forbidden at this juncture to remove Mr. Abrego Garcia from the continental United States. This is our understanding. Until she holds a hearing to see if he can contest the deportation order to the third country. The order comes, oh my gosh. So this is what we see. We see how the left utilizes power. They never let go. They fight back every chance they get. They say, even if there's someone even if you're an MS-13 member who was involved in trafficking other illegals, and I believe minors at one point, this guy was, it was brought up that he was trafficking. Even for that person, they will still fight back.
Well, this is it's a classic case. Like, what do you do with power when you have it? Well, first you have to have it, and we don't. And so we have to be moving more towards that. It is true that we have Trump as president, but we don't really have a right-wing entrenched establishment for power. These guys do. And this is exactly what they'll do with it. Yes, then this is exactly what they'll do with it. And they will curtail at every single turn any idea that you can remove people from the nation who aren't supposed to be here. That's their future constituency. They don't want nothing. They don't want any type of curtailing.
He's going to run for mayor next. Kilmar, yeah.
Well, and he might win in one of those places.
Oh, they'll love this. Yeah, this is
maybe
perfect.
run mayor of Kampala, Uganda. Maybe that'd be very nice. Also, I think like you could just ramp the pressure up by just keeping him in Baltimore, and he'll just self-deport after like a few weeks. I mean, like let's be honest here, and apparently he can't understand.
Or be dealt with via other means.
Right. Yeah.
The
Or just
whole point
like
was to make an example, right? The whole point was to make an example.
We are deporting you to Baltimore. Just deport him to Baltimore.
Please go to Uganda, please.
Go to Uganda. Please, let me go to Uganda.
Like the Uganda.
He's mad at the judge right now.
Yeah, like, whoa.
We'll send you to Africa if we can just deport you anywhere. But the whole point is to make an example.
Yeah, just put him out on the street in East Baltimore. That's it. That's it. This is your deportation.
Yeah, I don't know. This could be kind of fun. You could take the migrant down Embassy Row and be like, pick where you want to go. That's a little too nice. Come on, your budget's a little too high. I don't know. Maybe South Sudan. That might be more.
You got to pick. No, you have to be one of the ones that isn't on Embassy Row.
Yeah,
one of the ones that's like
off Broadway.
Yeah.
And didn't the Supreme Court recently say that they can deport to these other countries if they want to? That the United States government can deport to Uganda if they want to? They can just do that, right? Yeah. So
launch them.
It's this may very well get
get
overturned very quickly.
Again, going back to whether there's rights or not rights. I mean, there's basically they're saying that there's no obligation of the government to return them to their home country.
Why should there be?
And by the way, in many of these cases, you've got people who are from even far more far-flung places in the world than just Latin America.
Yeah. But hey, let me dip into your wallet to send them back on a free luxury, airplane ride halfway across the world.
How many times is he coming back and forth now?
Yeah.
Like, why are we even paying for any of this? He should have been gone immediately. It's ridiculous.
His lawyer was saying that he's going to fight this. What kind of defense is there, possible for? Like, he's been adjudicated to be an illegal, right? Like,
he admitted it, like in court.
He was picked up human trafficking. Right, like what kind of defense could they possibly produce?
I mean, it's very obvious that this is just a wait out the clock scenario, where we're going to find it's kind of like when you have a death penalty case and they just come up with any theory, anything they can find.
Time till the next administration,
and then just hold it over until a Democrat gets in or something like that, so that he's able to stay. And it's very clear they're trying to do that. So Shane, to your point earlier about short term versus long term, this is what happens when they're pushing for these short term gains.
Yeah,
they still have to deal with this.
But this is great. I agree. 'Cause this guy has no rights. This guy has no rights here. This guy has no rights here. He should never have been here, and he should be launched out of here immediately.
Yeah.
Like the things I'm talking about in the previous stories have nothing. They don't apply to this guy at all. He should be launched into space.
All right, so Shane's happy now. We're
Musk
good.
should send him to Mars if I believed in Mars. But yeah.
I also like how hard we're mogging the British here because they tried the Rwanda scheme and it failed miserably. And then we're just like casually, oh, Uganda, you want some illegals? You can have a few. South Sudan, why not? You open? All right, here's a few.
Uganda
It's
needs help.
Brutal mogging.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry for the British, but we make it look easy getting.
It's not the first time we mogged them.
Let's be real. Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, and I could see people saying, why does it matter so much about this guy? And I think it shows the fight. I think it shows the new level of fight that Trump admin 2.0 is showing, where no, we're not going to give up on this one. And in fact, because you made such a big deal and the senators were flying down to El Salvador and meeting with him in, CCOT and all of this, that we're not going to let go. And we are going to make a symbol of this. And we are going to show this to everyone and set the precedent that if you are here and if you're here illegally and you're rolled up, you're going. And there's the libs do not have any power.
Well, look at what happened. You remember Alligator Alcatraz?
Sure.
Right?
How could we forget?
So the idea, like I watched the tour. It's an air-conditioned facility, right? And it's set up, this air-conditioned facility where there's fences which, divide various prisoners. Probably some of them are more violent than others, et cetera, et cetera. What's the actual problem here? Why is the
protest on
expectation
vibes.
this is going to be the Ritz?
They
Why was
protest
there
on
ever an
vibes.
expectation that this was going to be the Ritz, that this was going to be a nice hotel room for people
Right.
to kick their feet up and relax? But for some reason, that seems to be the case, that these people are like, hey.
I know, because you look at like holding cells in Sweden and they're like, oh, they're nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what we
exactly.
should have in America.
Have you seen the
Exactly.
original
We need to
Alcatraz?
get you on the 44th floor of this luxury hotel before we fly you back to your country. You can come break in whenever you want to. This is a precedent against that kind of stuff.
This is
the idea of like, no, I didn't mean to cut it. I was just saying, this is the reason Trump is fighting this tooth and nail in the administration. He's trying to say, look, we're done with that. And by the way, this is a state-of-the-art holding facility for illegals before they go. It's fine to send them there as we're processing them out. Enough of the Ritz treatment. Enough of the you get everything you want treatment. So I think you're right on that.
Debit cards in New York City.
Yep.
Take away the hotels, give them to the illegals. Insane.
Yeah,
Totally
they give them,
insane.
like Mets tickets on the way out.
Oh,
Which
not
is kind of
Mets. Not
cruel
the
and unusual.
Mets. Oh,
Well, also,
gosh, Tate.
I think summer camps produce patriots, because if you went to a summer camp, this looks fantastic. Alligator Alcatraz, like this looks wonderful. Like I remember how like horrid the conditions were, and you loved your time there. So
just on
do that.
August 21st, District Judge Kathleen M. Williams has said that it has to be shut down. So it's still open, but they have significant restrictions currently, which again, it's not some kind of terrible place.
But they're going to fight that out too.
Well, I mean, and hopefully the Trump administration wins. But the point is, like, no matter what you do, the left is going to push back. And like you mentioned earlier, the institutional power is still strongly in the left's favor because of judges and stuff like that.
Well, judges, academics, the people who make studies which show the inhumane conditions of various people based on how they define it.
Super don't care.
All of that is entrenched.
I remember that. So I spent about a year at Guantanamo Bay, serving there in the military, and not on the other side of the bars. But we would have those. That it was the same deal. It was like air conditioned. The facilities were really nice. It was based on Supermax, so detainees would get whatever they wanted. They would certainly get religious specific meals and keep halal and all this. And then we would have and Red Cross was right there, International Red Cross, so they had pretty much full access all the time to the prison facilities whenever they wanted it 24/7. They had an office right there, and we would still get congressional delegations and journalists who would come in, and we would show them all this, and I would say what I just said about, hey, here's their medical group, and here's their Red Cross representative, and here's the lawyers that they get, and all of this. And they would walk out and they'd say, torture.
Yeah.
Torture in these torture conditions. Look at the torture. They're just like, no, I just spent all day showing you torture. And it was, I'll put it this way. I kind of never believed the media to be like, I understood the media was like liberal, I guess, but was serving there and like going through that experience with, my own eyes to just realize how much lying they do. Just straight blank lying that
For the purpose of political expediency.
For the purpose of the expediency. But I always assumed it was bad. I had no idea how blatant it was.
Do you think they
And
just
it's
showed
worse
up?
than that.
They just show up just to get photos? Like, why even go?
To prove that they were there.
Yeah, just to be like,
So
we were here.
They could prove they were there, and then they turn around and say, oh, and then they know because I can't just post, pictures of the conditions for lots of legal and
It's a secret
classified
facility, and you're a soldier,
reasons,
and that would be illegal.
that we can't really refute anything they're saying.
Crazy.
Okay, and John McCain did that when I was there. Actually, I got to brief him.
Well, you're right.
It was fun.
They do blatantly lie. They lie often, and they lie constantly.
Journalists?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this was me serving the military and be like, wait a minute, it seems that the lies are far stronger than I realized.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.